What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Trying to focus in on the Carolina Hurricanes and what to expect from the Canes during the 2016-2017 season. Obviously, not a ton of talent on this team, and for the first time in 14 years, they will open the season without Eric Staal on the roster, as Eric was traded away at the deadline of the New York Rangers and then signed with the Minnesota Wild as a free agent this summer. His brother Jordan is the default first-line center. And that's not a good thing because, yeah, Jordan Staal, nice player, not a first-line center in the NHL. We've established that at this point. The fact that here's what, and I'm gonna eviscerate Carolina a little bit here. For a team that cries poverty every chance they have the opportunity, they gave Jordan Staal and Alex Semin a combined almost $100 million. That's really not good capital management. If you don't have a lot of money, you shouldn't spend your money stupidly. I learned that in college as a freshman when there was just an incident in Tampa with the strip club. I can't talk about it publicly, but either way, if you don't have a lot of money, don't spend it stupidly. And Carolina's done that over the years. That being said, there is some nice youth to be excited about in this organization. Obviously, they acquired Teuvo Teravainen from the Chicago Blackhawks, and it amounted to a salary dump. They had to take on Brian Bickle's contract, but to acquire a guy like Teravainen, I feel is worth it. I think Teravainen's best days are ahead of him. It's easy to forget he's only 22 years old, has a Stanley Cup ring, has been around the block a time or two, and I think having that experience and being able to add a guy with that kind of creativity, was a good thing. And was he disappointing at times last year for the Blackhawks? Sure. But, I think he's going to be a really, really good fit with this team in Carolina. And, we'll see what happens next for them. In terms of what, is he a 50 or 60 point guy next season? We'll see what happens. Sebastian Aho, another very talented guy they're adding to the mix. Another Finnish connection down there in Raleigh. I've said plenty about how much I like his game. I think he's going to fit in very well, and they're going to be pretty exciting dynamic duo. And then you add in Elias Lindholm and Victor Rask, a lot of Scandinavians. So there's some good youth up front. But Jordan Staal's contract is stupid. I think they will. This is the year they finally move Jeff Skinner, which they talk about pretty much every season. But we'll see. See if it comes to fruition. I'm just going to come out and answer right now on defense. Jake Bean will not be in the NHL this season. That's one thing I feel very confident in saying. But he's not ready, and that's not a knock on him at all. He'll be, just let him take his time to develop with Calgary, the Western League. He'll be fine. That being said, there is plenty of great young defensemen on this team. Obviously, Noah Hanifin was a 5th pick in the draft last year. Rocks the power play with CJ Shirt, no big deal or anything. So that's something I feel is cool to brag about. And then you have him. I think he's going to take some steps forward in year 2. Jacob Slavin looked pretty good last season. In the 60 or so games he played with the Hurricanes. And I think he's going to be a nice, capable NHL defenseman. I think Hayden Fleury will see some NHL ice time this season. We know how good Justin Falk is, even though USA Hockey obviously doesn't because he's not on the World Cup team, which is bullshit. Brett Pesce, another young guy that showed a lot of flashes last season. Ryan Murphy, if there's one guy I think gets traded amongst their young defensemen, I think it's going to be the soon-to-be 23-year-old, or the 23-year-old Murphy, excuse me. Jesus. Murphy was 2011, Murray was 2012. Murphy shoots righty, Murray shoots lefty. Murphy's a former Kitchener Ranger, Murray's an Everett Silvertip. Sometimes my brain just crosses over, but anyway, I think he's the one that gets moved. I think he requires waivers to get sent down, and I think he's going to get forced out by some of these other guys. So, we'll see what happens with that situation. But, their blue line's not bad. If they can develop... is Folk a legitimate number 1 defenseman? Maybe not. But, he's a guy that can definitely help. He's great on the power play. So, that's a step in the right direction. And the Hanifin, again, will take some more steps forward. Do I expect him to be, have an Aaron Ekblad-esque year 2? No, because he's not Aaron Ekblad, plain and simple. But he's a very good defenseman. And I think at 19, he's only scratching the surface. In net, they brought back Cam Ward. Why, I don't know. Eddie Lack, whatever, the duo sucks. That's going to keep them out of a lot of games. And they're not going to be a team that, relies on their goaltending to win. Well, they're not going to be winning a lot anyway. So, it is what it is. In terms of goalie prospects, Alex Nedeljkovic from Flint, and he got traded last year in the OHL to Niagara, I believe. He's pretty good. I liked what I saw from him last year in person at the U.S. World Junior Camp here in Boston. So, I think there's plenty of reason to be confident that he, down the line, he can be a legitimate NHL goalie. Not this season, but some minor league seasoning, and maybe something breaks in a year or two. So, again, I think the kid's good. Ohio native. Don't see a lot of those goalies from Ohio. Just throwing that out there. Sure, he was elated when the Warriors blew their 3-1 series lead this season. But we'll see what the next step is for him and for the organization in net. Their forward prospects are good. Their defensive prospects are very good, and there's some decent in the form of Nedeljkovic. There's some decent youth in net in the organization. So we'll see what happens. They're not a playoff team. They're not anywhere near a playoff team. But between Aho, Teravainen getting a more expanded role, Victor Rask can play. I think Lindholm will bounce back. They'll be decent to watch at times. And that's all there really is to it. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes of the off season and beyond. Later, guys.